your ultimate destination for mastering advanced vocabulary and unlocking the true power of words. Today we embark on an exciting journey, a journey that will not only expand your vocabulary, but also transform the way you communicate, think, and express yourself. Today, I'm excited to introduce you to 100 powerful vocabulary words that will elevate your English to the next level. But it's not just about learning these words. It's about mastering them and integrating them into your daily life. I'm going to show you a step-by-step plan on how to practice these words each day so that they become a natural part of your communication. Step 1. Break it down. Daily learning. Daily word limit. Focus on 5 to 10 new words each day. This will make it easier to remember and practice them without feeling overwhelmed. Create a routine. Set aside 30 minutes each day dedicated to learning these words. Consistency is key. Step 2. Understand each word. Deep dive. Meaning and usage. Start by understanding the meaning of each word. Use a reliable dictionary or thesaurus to get a clear definition. Simple sentences. Write at least 3 sentences using each word. This helps you see how the word functions in different contexts. Step 3. Weekly review. Cumulative quizzes. At the end of each week, review all the placed by aloud aftem. Words you've learned so far. Write a quiz for yourself, or use an online tool to test your knowledge. Contextual practice. Take a piece of content, like an article, podcast, or video, and try to identify your new vocabulary in it. If the words don't appear, rewrite or summarize the content using your new words. Step 4. Monthly recap. Reflect on progress. At the end of the month, go over all 100 words. Reflect on how well you've integrated them into your daily life. Repeat and reinforce. Identify any words that are still difficult for you and spend extra time practicing them. Communication is crucial for mastery. Imagine standing in front of a crowd, delivering a speech that resonates with everyone, or writing an essay that captures every nuance of your thoughts. Imagine holding a conversation where every word you choose conveys exactly what you mean, giving a lasting impression on those you speak with. This isn't just about learning new words. It's about empowering yourself with the tools to articulate your ideas, emotions, and experiences more vividly and accurately than ever before. You see, vocabulary is much more than just a collection of words. It's the foundation of communication, the building blocks of thought, and the key to unlocking new opportunities in your personal and professional life. Whether you're a student aiming to ace your exams, a professional seeking to stand out in your field, or someone who simply loves the beauty of language, expanding your vocabulary is an investment in yourself that will pay dividends for the rest of your life. Motivational segment. Today, we don't just learn, we evolve. Each word you master is a step toward becoming more confident, more expressive, and more in control of your destiny. Every day, I'll be here to guide you, not just through lists of words, but through practical, real-life examples that show you how these words can elevate your communication to the next level. This is your time. This is your moment. Together, we'll break down complex vocabulary into simple, memorable pieces that you can start using immediately. We'll tackle pronunciation, meaning, and usage, so you can speak with clarity, write with precision, and understand with depth. Remember, language is power. The more words you have at your disposal, the more power you have to shape your world. So whether you're learning English as a second language, or you're a native speaker looking to refine your skills, this journey is for you. So let's dive in. Let's build your vocabulary. And let's unlock your full potential, one word at a time. Hit that subscribe button and join the community of learners who are ready to take their language skills to the next level. Let's get started. 1. Abate. Pronunciation abate, meaning to lessen in intensity or degree. Example: the storm finally abated, leaving clear skies in its wake. 2. Aberration. Pronunciation aberration, meaning a departure from what is normal or expected. Example: the recent drop in sales is an aberration and not indicative of the company's overall performance. 3. Abhor, meaning to regard with disgust and hatred. Example: I abhor cruelty in any form. 4. Acquiesce, meaning to accept something reluctantly but without protest. Example: she acquiesced to the demands of her boss, though she didn't agree with them. 5. Alacrity. Pronunciation alacrity, meaning cheerful readiness or willingness. Example: she accepted the invitation with alacrity, excited to attend the event. 6. Ameliorate. Pronunciation ameliorate, meaning to make something better or improve. Example: the new policies were designed to ameliorate working conditions. 7. Antithesis. Pronunciation antithesis, meaning a person or thing that is the direct opposite of someone or something else. Example: his lifestyle is the antithesis of mine. He is always on the go while I prefer a quieter life. 8. Aplomb. Pronunciation aplomb, meaning self-confidence or assurance, especially when in a demanding situation. Example: she handled the situation with aplomb, remaining calm and composed under pressure. 9. Arcane, meaning understood by few, mysterious, or secret. Example: the professor's lecture on quantum mechanics was filled with arcane terminology. Then assiduos, meaning showing great care and perseverance. Example: he was assiduous in his studies, spending hours each day at the library. Aleph benevolent, meaning well-meaning and kindly. Example: the benevolent billionaire donated a large portion of his wealth to charity. Trelbelia, meaning to besiege or trouble persistently. Example: the small town was belligered by a series of natural disasters. 13. Candor, meaning the quality of being open and honest in expression. Example: his candor about the challenges the company faces was refreshing. 14. Capitulate, meaning to cease to resist an opponent or an unwelcome demand surrender. Example: after weeks of resistance, the rebels finally capitulated to the government forces. 15. Chicanery, meaning the use of trickery to achieve a political, financial, or legal purpose. Example: the politician was known for his chicanery during elections. 16. Cognizant, meaning having knowledge or being aware of. Example: she was cognizant of the risks involved but decided to proceed anyway. 17. Conundrum, meaning a confusing and difficult problem or question. Example: the engineers faced a conundrum when the system unexpectedly malfunctioned. 18 cursory, meaning hasty, and therefore not thorough or detailed. Example, his cursory review of the report missed several critical errors. 19 deference, meaning humble submission and respect. Example, out of deference to her wishes, they changed the meeting time. 20 derived, meaning to express contempt for ridicule. Example, the critics derided the movie for its lack of originality. 21 diffident, meaning modest or shy because of a lack of self-confidence. Example, though she was talented, her diffident nature often held her back from sharing her ideas. 22 disparate, meaning essentially different in kind, not allowing comparison. Example, the two cultures were so disparate that they struggled to find common ground. 23 eclectic, meaning deriving ideas, style, or taste from a broad and diverse range of sources. Example, her music taste is eclectic, ranging from classical to hip-hop. 24 egregious, meaning outstandingly bad, shocking. Example, the CEO's decision to cut employee benefits was met with egregious disapproval. 25 elucidate, meaning to make something clear, explain. Example, the teacher elucidated the complex concept with a simple diagram. 26 enervate, meaning to cause someone to feel drained of energy or vitality weaken. Example, the long hours of work began to enervate her, leaving her exhausted by the end of the week. 27 ephemeral, meaning lasting for a very short time. Example, the beauty of the cherry blossoms is ephemeral, lasting only a few weeks each spring. 28 epitome, meaning a person or thing that is a perfect example of a particular quality or type. Example, she is the epitome of grace and elegance. 29 esoteric, meaning intended for or likely to be understood by only a small number of people with a specialized knowledge or interest. Example, the book is filled with esoteric knowledge, understandable only to experts in the field. 30 euphemism, meaning a mild or indirect word or expression substituted for one considered to be too harsh or blunt when referring to something unpleasant or embarrassing. Example, passed away is a euphemism for diet. 31 fastidious, meaning very attentive to and concerned about accuracy and detail. Example, she was fastidious about her appearance, always ensuring every hair was in place. 32 fatuous, meaning silly and pointless. Example, his fatuous remarks during the meeting were not appreciated by his colleagues. 33 fecund, meaning producing or capable of producing an abundance of offspring or new growth. Fertile. Example, the fecund land yielded bountiful harvest. 34 fervent, meaning having or displaying a passionate intensity. Example, she gave a fervent speech about the importance of environmental conservation. 35 intransigent, pronunciation intransigent, meaning unwilling or refusing to change one's views or to agree about something. Example, the negotiations broke down because both sides were intransigent. 36 jovial, meaning cheerful and friendly. Example, his jovial personality made him a favorite among his colleagues. 37 lethargic, meaning affected by lethargy, sluggish, and apathetic. Example, after a long day at work, she felt lethargic and needed a nap. 38 magnanimous, meaning very generous or forgiving, especially toward a rival or someone less powerful. Example, her magnanimous gesture of forgiving her rival won her great admiration. 39. Nefarious, meaning wicked or villainous. Example, the nefarious plans of the villain were finally exposed. 40. Ostentatious, meaning characterized by vulgar or pretentious display designed to impress or attract notice. Example, the billionaire's ostentatious mansion had gold-plated fixtures and elaborate decor. 41. Pernicious, meaning having a harmful effect, especially in a gradual or subtle way. Example, the pernicious influence of the toxic environment was evident in the employee's health. 42. Quintessential, meaning representing the most perfect or typical example of a quality or class. Example, the charming village was the quintessential picture of rural England. 43. Recalcitrant, meaning having an obstinately uncooperative attitude toward authority or discipline. Example, the recalcitrant student refused to follow the school's rules. 44. Sycophant, meaning a person who acts obsequiously toward someone important in order to gain advantage. Example, the CEO surrounded himself with sycophants who constantly praised him. 45. Tranquil, meaning free from disturbance, calm. Example, the lake was tranquil, reflecting the serenity of the early morning. 46. Uplift, meaning raise or improve something. Example, her kind words had the power to uplift the spirits of everyone in the room. 47. Vindictive, meaning having or showing a strong or unreasoning desire for revenge. Example, the vindictive competitor tried to sabotage her rival's efforts. 48. Whimsical, meaning playfully quaint or fanciful, especially in an appealing and amusing way. Example, the garden was filled with whimsical sculptures and decorations. 49. Yen, pronunciation yen, meaning a strong desire or craving. Example, she had a yen for adventure and sought new experiences. 50. Zealous, meaning having or showing great enthusiasm in pursuit of a cause or objective. Example, the activist was zealous about promoting environmental conservation. 51. Uplong, pronunciation uplong, meaning self-confidence or assurance, especially when in a demanding situation. Example, she handled the crisis with great aplomb and professionalism. 52. Benevolent, meaning well-meaning and kindly. Example, the benevolent leader was known for her charitable works. 53. Cacophony, meaning a harsh, discordant mixture of sounds. Example, the city streets were filled with a cacophony of honking horns and shouting vendors. 54. Dur, prononciation dure, meaning relentlessly severe, stern, or glooming. Example, his dour expression made it clear that he was not pleased with the results. 55. Effervescent, meaning giving off bubbles, fizzy, lively, and enthusiastic. Example, her effervescent personality made her a hit at every party. 56. Fatuous, meaning silly and pointless. Example, the debate quickly turned into a series of fatuous arguments that led nowhere. 57. Gregarious, meaning sociable, fond of company. Example, his gregarious nature made him popular among his peers. 58. Hapless, meaning unfortunate or unlucky. Example, the hapless traveler missed his flight and had his luggage stolen. 59. Infallible, meaning incapable of making mistakes or being wronged. Example, he was confident in his infallible judgment of the situation. 60 juxtapose, meaning to place or deal with clothes together for contrasting effect. Example, the artist's work often juxtaposes different textures and colors to create striking effects. 61. Keen. Pronunciation keen, meaning having or showing eagerness or enthusiasm sharp. Example, she had a keen interest in literature and spent hours reading every day. 62. Languid, meaning weak or faint from illness or fatigue, relaxed and slow. Example, the heat made everyone feel languid and lethargic. 63. Mellifluous, meaning sweet or musical, pleasant to hear. Example, her mellifluous voice made the audiobook a pleasure to listen to. 64. Nostalgic, meaning longing for the past, typically for a period or place with happy personal associations. Example, the old photographs made him feel nostalgic for his childhood. 65. Obfuscate, meaning to deliberately make something unclear or difficult to understand. Example, the professor's explanations seem designed to obfuscate rather than clarify. 66. Pernicious, meaning having a harmful effect, especially in a gradual or subtle way. Example, the pernicious influence of the toxic environment was evident in the employee's health. 67. Assiduous, meaning showing great care and perseverance. Example, her assiduous efforts to improve her skills paid off with a promotion. 68. Belligerent, meaning hostile and aggressive. Example, his belligerent attitude during the negotiation made it difficult to reach an agreement. 69. Candid, meaning truthful and straightforward, frank. Example, she appreciated his candid feedback on her presentation. 70. Debilitate, meaning to make someone very weak and infirm. Example, the illness debilitated him, leaving him bedridden for weeks. 71. Enervate, meaning to cause someone to feel drained of energy or vitality. Example, the long and grueling marathon enervated the participants. 72. Fastidious, meaning very attentive to and concerned about accuracy and detail. Example, the chef was fastidious about the presentation of each dish. 73. Gregarious, meaning fond of company, sociable. Example, her gregarious nature made her the center of every social event. 74. Hapless, meaning unfortunate or unlucky. Example, the hapless traveler missed his flight and had his luggage stolen. 75. Infallible, meaning incapable of making mistakes or being wrong. Example, he was confident in his infallible judgment of the situation. 76. Jubilant, meaning feeling or expressing great happiness and triumph. Example, the crowd was jubilant after their team won the championship. 77. Luminous, meaning full of or shading light, bright or shining, especially in the dark. Example, the luminous stars lit up the night sky. 78. Oblivious, meaning not aware of or not concerned about what is happening around one. Example, he was oblivious to the fact that everyone was waiting for him. 79. Perpetual, meaning never-ending or changing, constant. Example, the perpetual noise from the construction site was very annoying. 80. Quixotic, pronunciation quixotic, meaning exceedingly idealistic, unrealistic, and impractical. Example: his quixotic quest for the perfect life was often criticized by his friends. 81. Reclusive, meaning avoiding the company of other people. Solitary. Example: the writer lived a reclusive life, rarely appearing in public. 82. Scrupulous, meaning diligent, thorough, and extremely attentive to details. Example: her scrupulous nature ensured that every task was completed to perfection. 83. Surreptitious, meaning kept secret, especially because it would not be approved of. Example: they had a surreptitious meeting to discuss their plan away from prying eyes. 84. Tangible, meaning perceptible by touch, clear, and definite. Real. Example: the results of their hard work were tangible, seen in the project's success. 85. Ubiquitous, meaning present or existing everywhere. Example: smartphones are ubiquitous in modern society, found in almost every hand. 86. Vociferous, meaning expressing opinions or feelings loudly and forcefully. Example: the protesters were vociferous in their demands for change. 87. Wistful, pronunciation wistful, meaning longing or yearning for something, often with melancholy. Example: she looked out the window with a wistful expression, reminiscing about her childhood. 88. Zephyr, meaning a gentle, mild breeze. Example: a warm zephyr blew through the open window, bringing a refreshing change. 89. Benevolent, meaning well-meaning and kindly. Example: the benevolent donor contributed generously to the charity. 80-90. Circumspect, meaning wary and unwilling to take risks. Cautious. Example: the manager was circumspect about making promises without first verifying the details. 81. Diligent, meaning having or showing care and conscientiousness in one's work or duties. Example: her diligent study habits helped her excel in her exams. 82. Eloquent, meaning fluent or persuasive in speaking or writing. Example: the speaker delivered an eloquent address that captivated the audience. 83. Felicity, meaning intense happiness, the state of being happy. Example: the couple's wedding was filled with joy and felicity. 84. Gregarious, meaning sociable and outgoing. Example: his gregarious nature made him popular among his peers. 85. Inimical, meaning hostile or unfriendly. Example: the inimical attitude of the rival company made negotiations difficult. 86. Lethargic, meaning sluggish and apathetic. Example: after the long flight, she felt lethargic and needed rest. 87. Meticulous, meaning showing great attention to detail, very careful and precise. Example: the artist was meticulous in painting every tiny detail. 88. Punctilious, meaning showing great attention to detail or correct behavior. Example: his punctilious adherence to etiquette impressed everyone at the formal dinner. 89. Reprehensible, meaning deserving condemnation, very bad. Example: the manager's behavior was deemed reprehensible and led to his dismissal. 100. Taciturn, meaning reserved or uncommunicative in speech, saying little. Example: the taciturn man rarely spoke, but his actions always spoke volumes.